Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I am Aman Roy. I hope you will happy and healthy. In previous video I was described about data modeling using ER, entity relationship model. If you don't watch my previous video, kindly go in description of this box. But today I am talking about relational model. Let's start. The relational model was first implemented by E.F. Chodov, IBM in 1970 and since been acknowledged as a very important concept of DBMS. Relational Database Management System. A relational database management system is a program that lets you create, update, and administer a relational database. An RDBMS takes statements entered by user or contained in a application programs and creates, update, or provide access to the database. Common features of relational database management systems. Accessibility. Ad hoc data access using query language such as SQL means that queries can be automatically compiled, executed, and optimized without resorting to programming. Correctness. The semantics of the relational algebra are sound and complete. Flexibility. The relational model separates the logical from the physical model, and this coupling increases flexibility. Integrity. Constraint helpful in ensuring that structural changes did not adversely affect the meaning of the database. Predictability. The constant semantic enables user to easily anticipate the result of a given query. Multiple views. It is straightforward to present different user group different views of the same database. Concurrency control and transparency management. Backup and recovery. Security is the feature of relational database management system. Relational model concepts. The relational model of data is most widely used today. A relational database is looked up to be a collection of tables, relations which are data are stored. The figure given below represents the relational model of a student information system. As you can see, student, section, course, grade report, and practice sheet. Discussed below are a few terms related to relational concept. I hope you will understand. Relation. A relation can be represented by a table in database. The rows of a relation table are called the records or tuples, and columns are called the attribute. As you can see in this figure, A1, A2.n is called attribute, and R1, R2, R3 is called row and column are records. Attribute. The column of a relation are called attributes. For example, consider relation invoice as given below. As you can see, invoice ID, price, date, or paid or unpaid is option of is like for relation in attribute. Domain. A domain is a set of atomic values that may be assigned for an individual attributes, such as, for example, consider a relation employee, where employee cannot join the company before 18 years of age and the retirement age is 16 years. In this case, the domain of the attribute age of the relation employee is a set of integer ranging from 18 to 16. Tuple. A row of an relation is called a tuple. It specifies the value of each attribute of a record. Cardinality. The cardinality of a relation is defined as the number of tuples it contains. Degree. The number of attributes in a relation is known as degree of the relation. Relation of degree are 1 said to be unary, relation of degree 2 are called binary, relation of degree 3 are called ternary, and similarly relation of degree n are called n relation. For example, you can see in this figure the relation is 5 array relation. As you can see in this figure, It is a 5-array relation with coordinacy. Its degree is 5. Its various attributes are code, supplier, product name, quantity, and unit price. The domain of attribute is P1 to P7, as you can see. Let's talking about keys. Each tuple is distinct and can be identified by the values of one or more of its attribute called keys. A key is a set of one or more columns whose combined values are unique among all occurrences in a given table. A key is a relational means of specifies uniqueness. Based on the property of uniqueness, keys can be classified as candidate key, super key, primary key, alternate key, composite key, artificial keys, foreign key. Let's talking about candidate key. When more than one or group of attributes serve as a unique identifier, they are each called candidate key. Talking about super key. A super key is defined as an attribute or a set of attributes that uniquely identifies a tuple within a relation. Primary key. The primary key is an attribute or a set of attributes that uniquely identifies a specific instance of an entity. Please note that the primary key cannot contain any null values because we cannot uniquely identify multiple null values. Property of primary key. For any key to qualify as a primary key for an entity, an attribute must have the following 4 properties, as you can see in this presentation. Stable, minimal, definitive, accessible. For stable, the value of a primary key must not change or should not become null throughout a life of an entity. A stable primary key helps keep the model stable. For example, the value of the primary key, say EMP number, must not change with the time as would happen with the age field of an employee. For minimals, the primary key should be composed of the minimum number of fields that ensure that the occurrences are unique. Definite. A value must exist for every record at the time of set, and this is so because an entity occurrence cannot be substantiated unless the primary key value also exists. Accessible. Anyone who wants to create, read or delete a record must be able to see the primary key value. Let's talking about alternate key. The alternate key of any table are those candidate keys which are not currently selected as the primary key. Composite key. A primary key that is made of more than one attribute is known as a composite key. Artificial keys. An artificial key is created when no attribute has all primary key properties or when the primary key is a large and complex. Foreign key. The column in the child table that references a primary key of the parent is called as a foreign key. They are used to link together two or more different tables which have some form of relationship with each other. Let's talking about relations. To understand the true meaning of the relation, we have to review some concept from mathematics. Suppose that we have two sets D1 and D2, where D1 equal to 2, 4 and D2 equal to 1, 3, 5. The Cartesian product of these two sets written D1 into D2 is the set of all ordered pairs such that the first element is a member of D1 and second element is a member of D2. An alternative way of exercise this is to find all combines of elements with the first from D1 and second from D2. As you can see in this figure, any subject of this certain product relation we would produce a relation R such that 2, 1 and 4, 1. Let's talking about relational schema. A named relation defined by a set of attributes and domain names pairs. Let A1, A2, An be attribute with domain D1, D2, D3 from Dn. Then the set A1, Dn, A2, D2, An, Dn is a relation schema. Relational database schemas. A set of relation schema is with a distinct name if R1, R2, Rn as a set of relation schema. then we can write the relational database schema or simply relational schema R as R equal to R1, R2, R3, Rn. Properties of relations. A relation has the following properties. The relation has a name that is distinct from all other relation names in the relational schema. Each cell of the relation contains exactly one atomic single value. Each attribute has a distinct name. The values of an attribute are all from the same domain. Each tuple is distinct. There are no duplicate tuples. The order of attributes has no significance, or the order of tuples has no significance, as you can understand. Relational constant. Relational integrity constant ensures that the changes made to the database by authorized user do not result in a loss of data consistency. The major constants that are defined under integrity constants are as follows. Key constants. The restriction imposed because of extents of a candidate key are called key constants. Referential constants. These constants are imposed due to extents of origin key. Domain constants. The integrity constant which define a range of values to be checked for an attribute is called domain constant. Triggers. Let's talking about triggers. This is a very important topic of relational model. A trigger is a statement that a system executes as a side effect of a modification to the database. A trigger fires in response to an event like insertion, updation, and deletion of data. To design a trigger, we must first specify the condition under which trigger is to be executed. This is broken up into an event that causes the trigger to be checked and a condition that must be satisfied for trigger execution to proceed. Second, specify the action to be taken when the trigger executes. Characteristics of a trigger. Following are the main characteristics of a trigger. It can only be associated with tables. It cannot be defined with temporary table as view. However, it can reference temporary tables and views. It is fired automatically by SQL Server whenever any data modification statement is issued. Trigger can be nested up to 16 levels. It cannot return data to the user. Let's talking about relational database. Advantages of relational database given following. Ease of use. The revision of any information as table consisting of row and column is quite natural and therefore even first time user find it attractive. Second, flexibility. Different tables from which information has to be linked and extracted can be easily manipulated by operations such as project and join to give information in the form in which it is desired. Precious. The uses of relational algebra and relational calculus in the manipulation of relations between the tables ensure that there is no ambiguity which many otherwise areas in. Establishing the linked list is a complicated network type database. But fourth, security is very important. Security control and authorization can also be implemented more easily by moving sensitive attributes in a given table into a separate relation with its own authorized control. If authorization requirement permits, a particular attribute could be joined back with others to enable full information retrieval. Data independence. Data independence is achieved more easily with normalization structure using a relation database than in the more complicated tree or network structure. Data manipulation language. The possibility of responding to ad hoc query by meaning of a language based on relational algebra and relational calculus is easy in the relational database approach. For data organized in other structure, the query language either becomes complex or extremely limited in their capabilities. I hope you will understand. If you want to learn more about database management system, kindly go in the description. I share the link of Introduction to DBMS, Database System Concept and Architecture, Data Modeling using ER Model, Entity Relationship Model. Let's talk about difference between DBMS and RDBMS. DBMS. First, the concept of relationship is missing. but in RDBMS it is based on the concept of relationship. The speed of operation is very poor, but in RDBMS the speed of operation is very fast. The hardware and software requirements are very less, but in RDBMS the hardware and software requirements are very high. The machine required for a DBMS is just a PC, but in RDBMS the minimum machine required is 386 with 8 MB RAM for DBAS. The facilities and utilities offered are limited, but in RDBMS the facilities and the utilities offered are many. In DBMS the platform uses normally dock, but in RDBMS the platform uses dock, unique, bags, windows. You can use in this operating system. In RDBMS it uses the concept of files, but it is use the concept of tables. The DBMS normally uses 3GL, but in RDBMS the DBMS normally uses 4GL. The example RDBMS Foxbase. The example RDMS Oracle, Focus, Integer, etc. Let's talking about relational database schema. A relational database schema is a set of relation schema as R1, R2, R3 and a set of integrity constant IC. A relational database state DB of S is a set of relation state DB R1, R2, R3 such that R is a state of R1 and such the relation state satisfies the integrity constant specified in IC figure. As you can see in this figure, employee has equal in names, address, salary and department, department number, department name and project name, project code, project location and employee code. Schema diagram for the company relational database schema. The primary keys are underlined. As you can see, E code, D number and P code are primary keys. Sorry for mistake. Let's talking about comparison between ER model and relational model. The ER model represents the collection of entities and relation between those entities, but in relational model the relational model represents the collection of tables and the relation between those tables. In ER model it is easier to understand the relationship between entities. In relational model it is less easy to derive relation between tables. It describes data as entity set, relationship set and attribute, but in relational model it describes data in a table as domain, attributes and tuples. In ER model it describes mapping and coordinates. It does not describe mapping coordinates. It is entry specific. It is table specific. ER diagram can be converted to relational schema. Neither needed and nor possible, as relational model is the most widely used model. I hope you will understand this topic. Thank you for viewing this guide. If you have any problem, kindly comment in comment section box. I solve your problem. Thank you for viewing this video.